The point is that the royal family is not ready to do the needful. What they're trying to do with this tour is to recreate and bask in the glory of the British Empire. And these former colonized Caribbean nations are not having any of it. There are three things they need to focus on. And the royal family and this government is not ready to do that. And that's truth, reconciliation, and justice. Truth means acknowledging the ugliness and the benefit, the wealth that he got off the backs of enslaved black people. Reconciliation starts with an apology, which the royal family is refusing to do. And justice is reparations. Reparations were given to the slave owners, but not to the enslaved. So this is what we're talking about. All of this, if they're not ready to do that, what the heck are they going there for? Let me tell you this. They say that they're going there to celebrate the culture, future and vibrancy of the islands. How insulting and disingenuous.
Well, the future, that's the point.
Please, they don't need the royal family to come celebrate them. They're celebrating themselves by themselves. What they need and what should be done, not because they need it, but the right thing to do is for the royal family to address truth, justice and reconciliation.
There's a time and place for everything. And this particular tour is to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. She has loved the Commonwealth ever since she became Queen. It's a very long time, 70 years. And I think that these things, for once, must be put on one side, and it should be a glorious, warm feeling between the Caribbean and the UK. I mean, when Catherine and William went to Belize, there was this demonstration, which was very embarrassing for them. So they moved away from where they were to an entirely different place. So there became another demonstration for people who were very upset that they'd been missed out, that looked forward to seeing the royal couple for a long time. And they were very unhappy that they moved away. So if the whole thing is cancelled, if the whole thing is cancelled, it means there's going to be an awful lot of people who love the royal family, particularly love the Queen, and they will feel that they've missed out for no good reason.
Angela, are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? No. You should be embarrassed. I mean, you talk about there should be a warm feeling.
Hang on, Angela.
You talk about there should be a warm feeling. For who and from whom? You talk about, well, there's a certain thing at a certain time, and we should prioritize. You want to prioritize white supremacy over people's lives.
You just let
me finish. I've not lost any argument. This is the point. No, I'm going to finish because I let her finish, so I'm going to respond.
Right.
This is the point. The people in these countries are talking about the experiences that they've had. They are the descendants of the enslaved. You don't tell them, or put aside your feeling and be warm and receive, and glorify the Queen. That is wrong. And that's why I'm saying you should be embarrassed.
Ian wants to speak.
You see, when you use these terms like white supremacy about a royal tour, you completely lose the argument. Whatever value your other arguments are, it disappears when you go to these.
Of course you would say that.
You can choose her words.
No, I don't need to. Listen, I'm speaking the truth, which you would like to call being ambivalent with the truth. I'm speaking the truth. No, it's not just my truth. It's the truth of the Caribbean people. It's the truth of colonized African nations. Because British Empire is all about white supremacy.
It's about discussion. Are you going to allow me to have a word? Are you going to allow me to have a word, Shola?
Of course I have. I heard, and that's why I'm responding.
Pause, Shola. Pause. Come on.
I mean, seriously, this is not the way. This is not the way to debate.
Don't police tone what I'm responding back to you.
Here we go.
Shola, just handbrake on. Let Ian speak, and then we'll let you come back in.
This is as Angela rightly says, this is a visit to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. You will admit that there are lots of people in the Caribbean who would like to celebrate this. There are people.
No.
You don't think there's anybody in the Caribbean that would like to celebrate the Queen's
Did you say anybody?
Jubilee?
You said lots of people.
There would be lots of people
in the Caribbean nations who have been trying to address the issue of reparations for years.
Yeah.
They're not interested in celebrating.
That's a legitimate debate.
I want to bring in Angela just a moment. Angela, when William and Kate walked into that row, it did show, didn't it, that we here are a little bit unsighted on some of the things that Shola's talking about. We're a bit out of touch with it.
Yeah, I think that if what she's saying is true, and I think she should be very careful what she says, because I know she's very anti-monarchy in the first place. But if what she's saying is true, there would be no Commonwealth left. There are 54 members who want to join the Commonwealth. They are there because they want to. There's no things that they have to do. They get together and they talk and they sort out issues that they have. And even those who've become Republican want to stay within the Commonwealth. Now, that is because they like the Queen and they like the royal family. It can't be any other way. They could all go
whitewashing. Even Prince Harry talked about that it is important for the Commonwealth to recognise its roots and legacy, or the royal family to do that.
But these countries are voluntarily members of the Commonwealth. None of them have left.
Aside. This cannot be
All right, Shola.
aside.
Why don't they leave? Why don't they leave? Why don't they leave then? Why don't all of these West Indian islands leave?
Shola,
it's not just about the Commonwealth.
Angela, sorry.
It's about going to this country,
is like turning up at a party
and celebrating the British Empire. There is no British Empire. Nobody's interested in the white supremacy that British Empire.
We need to take calls. Shola, listen.
Hello, squad. Welcome back to Royal Sussex Squad, your go-to place for cutting through the noise and exposing the real story behind the royal headlines.
So we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
She explained that these remarks added to the difficulties she and Harry faced during that time.
For daring to live
Meghan shared how constant scrutiny and a lack of support severely affected her mental health.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
She revealed that the relentless pressure and criticism pushed her to the brink of despair,
trying to recreate the
making her
so-called
consider
glory days of the British
self-harm.
Empire with these outdated
Describing
and
how
frankly
isolating and
insulting royal
overwhelming it
tours.
felt, Meghan
This time,
emphasized the
they're parading
challenges
through
of
former
enduring
colonies
such
in the
struggles
Caribbean,
without
pretending they're on
sufficient
some goodwill
understanding
mission,
or help.
when in reality they
Her
refuse to address
revelations
the three
shed light on the
fundamental things these
difficulties of
nations have been
adapting to
demanding:
royal life
truth,
as an outsider,
reconciliation, and justice.
particularly as someone
Truth
of
means
mixed.
acknowledging the
The
ugly,
Duchess of
brutal history of
Sussex
the British
also
Empire,
shared how the
how
lack
it
of
amassed
support
its
from
wealth
the
off the
royal
backs of
family
enslaved black
impacted
people
her mental
and
health.
continues to benefit from
She
that stolen
explained that
legacy
during
today.
her time as a working royal,
Reconciliation
she
starts with an
struggled
actual
under
apology.
the intense
But
scrutiny
guess
and
what?
criticism
The
from the
royal
media,
family is refusing
with
to
little
apologise.
to no help
They'd
from
rather
those in
dance around in
positions of
traditional
power
attire,
within the palace.
pose for photos and smile for
Meghan
the cameras
described the
and take real
experience as
accountability.
isolating,
And let's not
saying
forget,
she felt
when
abandoned
William and Kate
during
went
one
on
of the
their
most
disastrous
challenging
Caribbean
periods of her
tour,
life.
they were met with protests,
Since stepping
anger, and
down as
rejection.
senior royals in
The
2020,
images of them shaking hands with
Meghan
children
and
through
Harry
a
have
fence
continued
screamed
to reveal
colonial
more
arrogance,
about their
and their
strained
PR machine
relationships
couldn't spin it
with
fast
members
enough.
of the royal family.
Now, instead of
Their
learning from
decision
that,
to step
the
back
royal
was a
family
turning
is back
point,
at it,
allowing them
thinking
to
they
speak
can charm
freely
their
about
way
the
through this
pressures they
mess.
faced and the lack of
Newsflash,
understanding
people are
they
woke now,
experienced
and they're not
from
here for
key
the nonsense.
figures in the monarchy.
But of course, let's talk
The
about the
couple has
double
shared
standards.
these insights in
While William and
interviews,
Kate are failing
public appearances,
spectacularly at
and their
diplomacy,
Netflix
the
docuseries,
British press continues to give
creating
them
an
a free
ongoing
pass.
dialogue about the
Meanwhile,
struggles of
Prince
navigating
Harry
life
and Meghan,
as
who have
part of the
actually
royal
engaged
family.
with communities in a meaningful,
The tension
respectful
between
and
Meghan,
impactful way,
Harry, and
are
the
the
rest
ones
of
who
the
get
royals
vilified.
remains a major
When
topic
Meghan
of
highlights the
discussion
struggles of
worldwide.
marginalised communities, they
Many
call her
supporters
divisive.
of the Duke and Duchess of
When
Sussex
Harry speaks out about
commend
the
them for
importance
their
of honesty
bravery
and
in
healing,
speaking out
they call him
and shedding
disloyal.
light on issues like
But
mental
when the
health,
royals do a half-baked
racism,
PR stunt,
and media
suddenly it's
harassment.
celebrating culture and
However,
unity. Give me a
critics
break,
argue
and let's
that
talk
their
about
public
this so-called
disclosures
Commonwealth.
have caused
These nations are
unnecessary
supposed to be
rifts
voluntary
within the
members.
family.
But let's be real,
Meghan's
this
claims
is nothing
about
more than a
feeling
glorified reminder of
silenced
British
and
control.
unprotected
These
highlight
countries are
deeper
fighting for
issues
their
within the
independence,
institution,
for recognition,
raising
and for a
questions
future
about
free from
whether
the shadow of
monarchy
colonialism.
truly supports its
Yet,
members
we
during
have royal
times of
sympathisers
personal
clutching their
hardship.
pearls, pretending
As the
that
couple
people
continues
actually
to
want
live
this
independently
outdated
in
institution
California,
to continue
their
controlling
revelations
their
have left a lasting
The truth
impact
is,
on how
these
people
Caribbean
view the royal
nations don't
family
need the royal
and its
family.
inner working.
They are
Worsened after her
thriving on
marriage
their
to
own
Prince
terms,
Harry,
despite the obstacles
leading her
placed
to
in
a
their way by the
difficult
very monarchy
realization.
that refuses to acknowledge its
Meghan
crimes.
said it was hard to
So let's
accept
be
when
clear,
she
the
understood
royal
that she
family
wasn't
is
being
not on a
protected,
goodwill tour.
and that
They
the
are on a
family was
PR
willing to
damage
lie
control
to
mission,
safeguard
and
other
it's failing
members.
miserably.
She
The world
also
is
expressed
changing,
her
and the
heartbreak over
people
the
are
lack
not
of
buying the lies
truthfulness,
anymore.
explaining
Meanwhile,
that the
Harry and
family
Meghan
wasn't
are out
willing
here
to
doing the
tell the
real
truth
work,
to protect
connecting
her
with people
and
on a
Harry.
genuine level, advocating
words
for human
revealed her
rights,
deep
and
sense
being
of
on the right
betrayal,
side of history.
as she felt
As
abandoned
always,
by an
if you enjoyed this
institution
breakdown
expected to
and want to
provide
support
support.
independent, honest coverage
One
of
of
the
her most
Sussexes,
shocking claims
make sure you
was
subscribe
about
to the
a
channel,
family member
hit that
raising
like button,
concerns about
and
the
drop a super
potential
thanks if
skin
you
color
can.
of her
We
son,
appreciate you,
Prince
squad.
Archie,
Until next
before
time,
his
stay
birth
woke
in
and stay loyal to the
2019.
truth. See you in the next video.
Without naming the individual,
Meghan mentioned discussions about how dark